Welcome back, everybody. Me, Black Lion. We're back with a new try it again. Nice little relaxation, maybe from Monster Hunter. Maybe a little less stressful than that. But pre-ordered The Sinking City, the Necronomicon edition. So I got the DLC with it. Looks really nice. Nice little detective game, open world, adventure kind of thing. A nice HP Lovecraft world. So got this for free with the pre-order, and the theme, which is just beautiful, I must say. One of the best themes I have seen for a new game yet. It's very nice and dynamic. It's got a nice music set to it, and some of the pictures that change are just really, really nice. I'm looking forward to that game, but I figured I'd start a late night stream to play this one. Got a couple more hours of gaming in, and yeah, go from there. So let's see how this one goes. I already looked at the options and everything. I haven't started new game yet, so everything from here on out is new. So let's see how smart of a detective I am. Hey, take on the dynamic life of a famous detective. A formidable test of your detective capabilities. So I guess this is like easy, normal, hard, or whatever. So I'll just go keen. Yeah, I'll just go with keen detective. Just enjoy the story of this game. See how it goes. This is kind of like a little preview to The Sinking City. It's by the same developer. Is it Big Ben, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Done a couple of the Sherlock Holmes games, and they're doing The Sinking City, and I'm looking forward to it. Everything I've seen so far just looks really, really nice. Ooh. Shot in the back, I'm assuming. 48 hours earlier. So this is 2 days before that.
Oh, I do apologize. Am I disturbing you?
No, please. Do come in, Mrs.
My name is Miss Alice de Bouvier. I'm Mr. Holmes' new neighbor.
Oh, I didn't have the pleasure to... I am Dr. John Watson. Could we provide you with any assistance?
Oh, she is not the concern, Watson.
I'm... Then, what is this about?
Oh, that child standing sniffling behind her. Get rid of him, Watson.
But he is shivering with cold. And he is upset. What happened to him?
Little Tom knocked at the wrong door.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Oh, boy, come in. Warm yourself by the fire. Can I offer you a cup of tea, Mr. Bouvier?
Well,
It is not as though we are disturbing you-know-who, are we?
I suppose not.
Since you are our new neighbor, it is perhaps better that you know what he's like.
You're starting to worry me.
Well, Mr. Holmes is relapsing. This illness that he has seizes him when he finds himself with nothing to do. He becomes completely asocial. And alas, this is a very difficult, medically incurable case. Now, this must stay between us.
Of course, I understand. How very sad.
But there is a cure, if only a temporary one. A thrilling inquiry. Most certainly. If he refuses this one, then his condition will worsen.
Oh, I am still here, you know. I didn't fall out of the window. Very well, then.
Thank you, miss.
That's all I can ask. Yeah, sure. Build a character portrait by paying attention to the details. Is it leaving? Imprecise. Oh. Oh, so you gotta do again. So if oh, it's the recent weeping. That's okay then. It's the injured one. I can't. What? What's going on here?
Now tell me, boy, what brings you here?
Okay, never mind.
It's my father, sir. He's missing. I don't know what to do.
And when was the last time you saw him?
3 weeks ago. He left for a new job. But this time, he was acting a bit strange and angry.
Strange? In what way?
He said to me, "Son, I'm out on a special job. Don't you dare move from here." I think something went wrong.
What's his name?
George Hurst, sir.
Missing, eh? And what do the police say?
The police, they don't believe me. They say he's just abandoned me, but that's a lie. What do you mean, sir?
Nothing. I was digressing. 3 weeks? That's a long time.
Well, every day I thought he would show up. And anyway, I can look after myself.
What were you thinking? You and your father are both at risk. You should have come to me much earlier.
I was afraid. I ain't got no family, and I've got no other place to go. If our landlord finds out that Father left me, he'll throw me out on the street.
Tom, you've been very resourceful. We shall be discreet.
If only my mother was still here.
Very well. Your address, please, Tom.
12 Dorset Street, the first floor, door E. It's in Whitechapel, sir. But I ain't got no money to pay.
Who asked for money, Tom? Your case seems to be the very medicine I need. I'll meet you there shortly.
Oh, thank you, sir.
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed. My archive. I can always consult with it if needed. My archive.
Does he just
I
say
can
that
always
with every
consult
book
with
in
it
his
if
room?
needed. My analysis table. It's useful for my work.
Poor child. Holmes, you should help him.
Brave Toby, the best nose in the British Empire.
Dog.
Brave Toby, the best nose in the British Empire.
Okay. Yes. Interesting.
Watson documents our adventures in here. A map of London and its surroundings. Could be useful.
Nothing over here? No? Okay. Cool. Shit. Okay, is there... Yes, that's the button. That's fast travel. Okay. That's a big map. didn't mean to do that. Well, we'll go there. Sure.
These streets are too narrow for the cab. I'll have to walk.
No. Oh. Go in here.
Sorry, I'm working. I can't open the door.
North Street.
Haha. Right. So 12, so that's 14. It's 13. It's 15. There's 12. Probably E. E, C, this is probably upstairs. D, yeah. Hello?
'Tis our home, Mr. Holmes.
What is that? There.
Old clothes, soiled and worn.
But there's something in the pocket. How do I grab that?
Old clothes, soiled and worn.
There we go. Let's try some beers at the house. Whitechapel. Located on North Street. Okay, so it's up there. On the back. Oh, nothing written on the back. Okay. Well, he goes there. So probably find something. Or
Well, I can see the preparations for peasant soup. A clever concoction for somebody with apparently no culinary skills.
wait, what does that do again?
The roof leaks all the time. Foddy.
Get off. Pen.
It's too dark. I can't see anything.
Should be able to.
It's too dark. I can't see anything.
Okay. So that mean I have to wait to come back here to deal with this? Probably. It's just...
George Hurst's work was varied. He was evidently a hard-working and valuable hand.
Near the bar. It's down the street. See if we can get any info. Not that way. This way. Doo-doo. You. Oh, you're past that.
I don't feel thirsty right now.
What? Okay. I guess I'm not done here then. Well, pointless. So as you go. Okay, yes, I'm gonna go up first.
The Old Tabard Pub, North Street.
I didn't hit X on it, that's why.
The Old Tabard Pub, North Street.
Is that it?
The Old...
Could be this. Yes.
Ah, so that's why you came to see me.
Ah. Okay.
Food's running low. It's already 3 weeks since George Hurst's disappearance.
Hmm.
Hurst covered his bills ahead of time, thus providing Tom with security and sustenance.
My mother, sir. She died when I was very young. My father told me what she was like, but that's all I have.
I'm sorry, Tom. My mother left me when I was very young, too.
Oh, okay, some of that evidence can be put to use.
Just some old things. A leather satchel, what's in it?
Oh, that's neat. What are the church? It's difficult for you to find a job and you need to feed your son. So I've attached this letter. So I've attached this letter of pub leaflet. I've heard that there's a fellow there who's offering a special job. Maybe it will help you. Hope so. Good luck. Okay, well, I'm going to the pub would be a good idea, yeah?
Please, sir, find my father.
A collection of worn-out and second-hand books. George Hurst was providing his son with the best education that he could afford.
Father bought all those books for me. He didn't tell me, but I know that he pawned his coat for them.
Is it?
I hope you'll find my father soon.
Is it telling that just because?
The old Tabard pub, North Street.
Why does it keep? I have to flip it over to take it. What? Weird. Okay, find out information at the pub. That's kind of what I wanted to do. This way?
Good day, Mr. Holmes.
Well, if it isn't young Wiggins. And I see you found yourself a job.
If you can call it that. I hate it. But if you've got any proper work for me...
I just might be in need of your assistance later. Wait here.
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Now you want a drink? Oh.
I need to earwig to find out who is offering this special job.
Arm in arm, stronger together, stronger.
There's no one to eavesdrop on from here.
What about right here? No. What? Oh, you gotta get them in the circle. Okay, that's... Oh, it's hard to do something in your hand. There we go, there we go.
The man
That's
who's offering
cool.
that special job has a proper set of mutton chop whiskers.
Equality for the working class.
I'm glad I'm my own boss. I can complain only to myself. Or to Watson.
No. That fellow who's offering the special jobs, he never drinks alcohol.
Yeah, so he doesn't drink and he's got mutton chops.
So, the man I'm looking for has whiskers and never drinks
Okay, sorry, the
alcohol.
whiskers. This man right here with the knife in front of him.
The child labour law sent your kids to school instead of the coal mine.
Is this an eavesdropping?
It's not him.
around the corner there. Huh.
Arm in arms, stronger together, stronger than ever.
What's with the ear? Is that like blood? What's with that? He's drinking water.
This must be the man that I'm looking for.
How about you just get time here? That's cool. He's taking shots already? What's going on? 30 minutes later. He's got a hat now. He's hiding something.
Interesting. A missing person. I should find out more.
Missing from Forces Street under mysterious circumstances. If you have any information, please contact. This is Strobridge at 5 Dorset Street. Follow that man, kid.
You see that gentleman? I need you to follow him and report back to me.
Haha.
All right, Mr. Holmes.
Oh, I actually have to... Oh, you actually plays the... Oh, shit! I didn't realize that was not following him. Where'd he go? Ah. This is neat.
Whitechapel never changes. Dirt and beggars everywhere.
I couldn't pay the rent last week.
Pumpkin! Cabbage! Cheese!
Ow. Got you. We're not going anywhere. If you started T-posing, I'd be a little scared. Just stood in the middle of the street and just arms out.
They won't let me pass. I'll need to find another way.
Yeah. This is the way.
Rich folk feed meat to their dogs. I can't even remember what rich tastes like.
Living costs are too much these days. My son has to work down the sewers. He's only 7.
Oh, there he is.
Stop crying and get to work.
Ah, boys from the Bruisers gang. Better keep out of their way.
Stupid kid.
Okay, so then... Shit.
Who do we have here? Get him!
Let's... That's not what I meant to do, but okay. Yeah, sure, whatever. Ah, you just get put back here. Okay. That's fair enough, I guess. Oh, I see where I gotta go.
What are you waiting for?
Afterwards.
Ah, boys from the...
Take a brush and get in there.
I'll be able to continue the chase if I climb up the chimney, but it's dangerous.
Well, climb up the chimney then, boy.
Go on then.
You got no other choice. What? Oh, you gotta clean the chimney too, I guess? Well, that's fucking weird. Cool. I mean... interesting. I don't know if I make it. Should be able to though. Barely. Yeah? Come on, kid, you can make it! Good job.
He's still here, that's a relief.
Yeah. What is that, dude? I wanna... Oh. I guess I have to, yeah. Oh shit, no, 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 this way, this way. There you go, good job, yeah. You got it, you're good. Oh shit. I don't like this at all. This is gonna give mass anxiety. That right stick is really just all over the place. Come on, you got this. You got this. You got this. Come on. Nice. Go left. Damn it, he's going right.
Where did he come from?
That was pretty unexpected from him.
What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor early in the morning?
Keep singing, man. Good tune.
No place to hide here. We'd better go through the yard.
Oi! What are you doing in my garden?
Nothing. You don't see me at all.
Look at that crawling rat.
boy. Be shoot. Hey, Jim. Can you lend me your kit? I'm on a secret mission for Mr. Holmes.
Mm-hmm.
Hope I gotta shine shoes now. What are the steps to shining shoes? Reg. Nope. This one.
I should remove the dirt first.
In here? No? Okay, but that's what I said, grab this. And clean the shoe.
Doing? Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I'm still learning.
No? You don't... What the... Oh my god. Okay. Just expect you to know how to clean shoes. It's like... Yeah, I did that before. I used the whole kit and everything.
He's talking with a cabin. I need to get closer.
But the dogs...
At last, the weather's good. Last week was freezing.
I'm saying it doesn't get cold again. I've no money for coal.
I can't lose him now.
Well, first of all...
I'm glad you're supposed to catch up to the cab. Hey, it's a trophy. I wonder what kind of trophies they got for this game, other than just doing like the missions and stuff. Just probably getting like everything correct and shit like that. We'll check it out later. Once I get off. See what kind of trophies. Maybe it'll be an easy plat. Who knows? See how long the entire game is. See how much I screw up in the first run. I know you're there, kid. Says that before going
Interesting.
inside.
What's going on in the yard? I can't see what's inside.
What door it is, I guess.
It's too dangerous to enter. Ah, a coat of arms. It might help Mr. Holmes. I'll make a drawing of it. Wow, a lot of expensive stuff. It's too dangerous to enter. can't see what's inside. I can't see what's inside. Do only 2 people live here? I wish one was me. Bags of food. I like this house. Time to report to Mr. Holmes. Let's get outside before I get caught.
Oh. Gotta click the stick buttons in order to find the, I guess, the hints page.
Wigan's tale was quite
Wasn't paying
unusual.
attention.
What do you make of what he found, Holmes?
Wiggins did a good job. That's not the one I need. That's not the one. That's not. That's not. That's not. That's not. That's not the one I need. 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 That's not the one. That's not the one I need. That's not the one I. That's not the one. That's not the one I need. Here it is. So this man could be Lord Marsh. Huh. A lord who hangs around in a public house. Let's pay a visit to Lord Marsh. We'll pretend that we're interested in his charitable activities.
Mr. Holmes, you have a visitor.
Oh, just ask him to wait.
I'm afraid that won't be possible. This young lady refuses to wait for anything.
What?
Father!
Caitlin!
Miss Caitlin's boarding school was flooded. Everyone was sent home.
As if it could smell any mustier.
My word, how is it possible that you have grown up so fast?
You'll be staying. Wherever will we put you?
Holmes, I'll give her my room, of course.
What do you have to say, Kate?
You're on a new case. A respectable lady who's being blackmailed? Or is it a love story between a prince and a suffragist?
However did you guess?
You will tell me, won't you, Father?
We'll see, if you behave.
All right, then. Have fun. I'll go and unpack. Will you help me, Mrs. Hudson?
Maybe, who knows? Completely different. I'm excited for it.
Holmes, about Caitlin.
Yes?
She has grown up, hasn't she? Don't you think it's time to tell her?
To tell her what, Watson?
Well, about her father.
Never. Absolutely never. Do you hear me?
Holmes, you were responsible for the death of her father. You owe her the truth. She is old enough now.
I would lose her. Can't you see that? She must never know, Watson. Is that clear?
Holmes.
It won't and can't happen.
Oh, man.
Come in, please. Good day, gentlemen. Welcome to my home. How may I help you?
Good day to you, Lord Marsh. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson.
I have to do, I'm probably gonna get it wrong. Eyes. Feels unwell, lack of sleep. Ring. Man of wealth. Link. He is hiding something. Tea. Pills. Strong painkiller. Appointments. That's a personal assistant. Doctor. Wearing a hunting club thing? Okay, what if Eagle feels unwell and he is ill? There's one more we're missing somewhere though. There's a position around. It's a personal assistant. You know, cooking recipe. So he's ill and feels unwell. Yeah! I did a good one. It was precise. Shit. Okay, so I was learning it with the kid. It doesn't matter anyways. Am I interrupting?
I hope we're not disturbing you. You are with your physician?
Yes, this is Dr. Reuben Fisher. But no, please, I'm intrigued by your visit, Mr. Holmes.
I'm glad to hear it. The last thing I'd wish is to upset the patient. Lord Marsh, can I just say that I admire all of your efforts in assisting the poor of London?
Yes. It is a war that we must fight, on our streets and now, too, from my home. You must surely have noticed those bags full of items, clothing and books for the unfortunate.
That is inspirational. At my own humble level, I too try my best to support those in need. I thought perhaps that I could be of some assistance.
I don't see why not. I already have the valuable assistance of Dr. Fisher, who happens to be my personal physician.
Forgive me, Lord Marsh. You're looking very pale. Might I offer Dr. Watson's assistance?
That is kind of you, but I feel confident that I can provide Lord Marsh with the care that he requires.
How long have you been like this, my lord?
I'm fine, Dr. Watson. Don't fuss. It's only influenza. I'll be better in a few days. I can feel it already.
In that case, why are you taking such powerful painkillers?
Excuse me, what do you mean?
Mr. Holmes is referring to the pills on your table.
I'm sorry, but that's a medical confidentiality.
It's curious. Your face seems familiar to me, Doctor. Oddly, I'm associating it with Whitechapel?
Well done. You are right. I do occasionally frequent a few hostelries over there, would you believe it? Not that I am a drinker. But there, dressed as a working man, I can approach the other fellows to see if they might be interested in a special job.
A special job? May I ask what you're referring to?
Certainly. Since Lord Marsh began his special education program in 1889, he foresaw that such people would need an occupation of some kind. And so, with or without education, we propose these opportunities to work with Lord Marsh. It offers the less fortunate a chance to help make London a better place.
That's remarkable.
Yes, indeed. In order to truly see, one requires vision, yes? But also insight. And Lord Marsh has believed this since he was a child.
Oh, Dr. Fisher makes it all sound so romantic. Let's close this topic.
Lord Marsh even helps hospitals. A provision dealing with the paupers of Whitechapel. Last year, 3 orphans were put through medical college. Thanks to Lord Marsh and the special education program, a great many poor people will have a second chance in life. Lord Marsh, hunting with his friends.
Ah, my dear comrades, Lord Collins and Lord Harrington. If it wasn't for this godforsaken English malady, I'd be with those rapscallions right now.
All in due time, my lord.
John Strobridge. I've seen this name before. It was on a missing persons poster. I can't quite work it out. Do you have any idea as to the number of people who might owe you their lives?
Oh, don't embarrass me, Mr. Holmes. But indeed, these people have become like a family to me.
That would be a fairly large family, I imagine.
Yes, the list would be longer than any of your short stories. As for how large, well, Fisher is the one who keeps record.
Might we take a glance at the list?
I regret that is impossible. It is confidential. I stand firm upon that point, Mr. Holmes.
I quite understand. We'll most certainly send a donation towards your educational program. I shall take my leave then. I thank you both, and I wish you all the very best, gentlemen.
Likewise, Mr. Holmes.
Lord Marsh believes that he can help all these poor people.
I'm intrigued by the special education program.
Despite my title, yes, I have to share my home with these bags full of food for the poor.
Lord Marsh believes that he can help all these...
Despite my title, yes, I have to share my home with these bags full of food for the poor.
Aid for the paupers of Lambeth Workhouse. Bags full of food. Humanitarian aid for an orphanage. It's extremely honourable to devote one's whole life to assisting the poor. It's... locked. My archive. I can always consult with it if needed.
Mr. Holmes, do you have any news about my father?
Tom, not so fast. I wanted to ask you if you remember your father mentioning anything about a special education program.
An education program? No, he only talked about a special job.
What's this box, Tom?
Oh, yeah. I just found it, Mr. Holmes. It was ever so well hidden. I've no idea why.
Well done, my boy. It could prove very helpful.
Fuck.
Please, sir, find my father.
Okay. No. The box.
Wolfjack. Looks like a military badge.
I thought it said wolf pack. Wow, can't read. A key.
A ramrod to clean a rifle.
Ramrod. Call a ramrod. That's working.
This oil can
That's
also be
great.
used on weapons.
Okay,
Tom, does your father own a rifle?
A rifle? No. If he had, he would have shown it me.
I'm sure that he...
I hope you'll...
Let me look for this rifle.
This
Oil?
scrap of cloth was used to oil a firearm.
Ah.
Tom, does your father have any other property?
No. Well, at least I don't think so.
I have to take Toby. He'll take a sniff of the oil, and we'll find that rifle.
Ooh, we're gonna take Toby. So search the archives. And get Toby. Okay, well, let's go here. While we're there, I'll search the archives and we'll get Toby. Yay! Dog is of use, not just environment. That's awesome. Military badge. Check. Okay. We are hopefully gonna find that quickly in the archives. Probably not, but you never know.
That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need. That's not the one. That's not the one. That's not the one I need. Here it is. Come on, Toby. It's time for you to earn your keep. Watson?
I prefer to visit Lord Marsh. I'm worried about the condition of his health.
Search, Toby, search. Nothing that could interest me. People use this cellar for storage. Pile of rubbish. Just some old things. It's not here. Old things. Ordinary storage. Tom's photograph. Let's try to get inside. News clippings on Lords in the education program. Why are they here? Let's compare this list with the evidence that we found earlier. This is the list of selected participants for October's special education program. According to this poster, John Strobridge is missing. Let's compare them with people from Hearst documents. This man appears in both documents. All the people in Marsh's document are marked and dated in George Hurst's files. A map of Epping Forest. There was something on the stand. This case must have been full of cartridges. There was a rifle here. George Hurst took it with him.
Holmes, what are you doing here? What are you planning?
A mission of my own. You must play the role of the conscientious doctor while I sneak inside Marsh's house. That's the only way of helping little Tom. The window is firmly shut. There's no...
How can I help you?
I came to visit Lord Marsh.
What for?
I would very much like to see Lord Marsh, if you please.
Oh, you're so clumsy. Can you please not...
I have to visit Lord Marsh and offer him my services.
Fisher, please, allow Dr. Watson to enter.
Good job, Watson. Lord Marsh is a keen hunter. I can hide here. Let's see how hard to crack this safe is.
Doctor, it appears that you were impatient to pay me another visit.
Indeed. Will you allow me to examine you? A second opinion, so that the great Lord Marsh does not become the late Lord Marsh.
Well, since you put it that way, very well.
Shall I retire to your office, Lord Marsh?
No, please, Doctor. I insist that you stay. I shall need your assistance.
Will you break anything else?
I'll try my best.
Mr. Holmes? What are you doing here? Will you break anything else?
I'll try my best.
November 7th. This means that the meeting is planned for today.
I'd suggest that your current weakness is perhaps more than a simple case of influenza, Lord Marsh.
Where might your companion be, Dr. Watson?
Oh, he's busy poking his nose into other people's business, I'm sure.
My lord, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I must remind you about your meeting.
Is it already time? My apologies, Dr. Watson, but we are expected elsewhere. Might we offer you a lift?
You're going out? I'm not sure that's wise in your condition.
I value your opinion, but misery never rests, and I am needed.
Well, do please take good care of yourself, Lord Marsh. I'll send you my diagnosis, Dr. Fisher.
Thank you, Dr. Watson. Farewell.
Holmes, come here! Holmes, come here! This is serious.
Watson, what are you doing at my table?
I just need to check one thing about Lord Marsh. My intuition tells me that Lord Marsh is hiding something about his disease. His cough, in addition to his fever and his usage of strong painkillers, leads me to believe that he is seriously ill. Let's study it more closely. Sputum with tiny drops of blood. I could take a sample and examine it under the microscope. I need to take a sample of it using the glass rod. Let us apply chemicals to color the sample. I need a pipette. I need a pipette. This chemical should be applied third. Now, let's examine the colored sample under the microscope. A mycobacterium. It appears that Lord Marsh is seriously ill. Holmes, this is no longer a laughing matter. It is just as I feared. Lord Marsh is suffering from tuberculosis.
You don't say.
Yes, I do say. And Holmes, he will die if he is not transferred to a sanatorium as soon as possible.
And yet both Lord Marsh and Dr. Fisher are doing their best to hide this fact. How interesting.
But why?
Why indeed, Watson?
Oh, but... Oh, dear God. You don't think that Lord Marsh contracted tuberculosis while aiding the poor? How terrible. I have a commitment that I can't possibly cancel. Holmes, during my absence, please be extremely careful. This disease is highly contagious. And remember that we have women at home.
Thank you, Miss Alice. Until later.
I'll see you soon, Caitlin.
Where have you been?
Our neighbour lent me a book. She is so kind. I think she likes you.
I doubt that.
How is your investigation going?
It's going. Dracula?
Yes, it's forbidden reading at my boarding school. Did you know?
Well, well.
I can't wait to tell all my friends about this.
That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need. Here it is. Cranston's Oak is in Epping Forest. That's the place indicated on George Hurst's map. Let's try to find the place from the hand-drawn map. Here it is. Drat. I'll need to hurry if I want to find out what's going on at the forest.
Father, that boy Wiggins, does he come here very often?
He helps occasionally in some of my cases. Why do you ask?
I'd like to talk to him.
Talk to him?
Father, back at school there are only girls to talk to, and they are so boring. I'm sure Wiggins has lots of exciting stories to tell about his life in London. It would be so romantic.
Caitlin, you know that Wiggins hasn't had the most fortunate life.
That only makes him more interesting.
Oh, Kate.
I'll leave you alone now.
Let's see how long you can stay alive! Ah! Where is he?
is he?
He was poor.
Find him, boys! Find him! I saw something move.
Oh, I bet that hurts. One more trap down. You're so slow. Hungry today. You're dead. You won't get far. Hungry today. I like to call this the swamp of despair! You won't get far! You I'm following your tracks! Where is he? You won't get far!
He was killed by a shot to the forehead. My God, it's Lord Harrington's body. My health is deteriorating. I need to dress my wound. I can hide here. I can hide here. This will help to dress my wound. The Quartermain Club. This must be Lord Marsh's cabin. Someone's coming, I better hide.
Breathe, Lord Marsh. It's almost over.
Who are you?
George Hurst from the 1st Lovett Scouts, here to deliver justice.
An old soldier. How ironic. Did we refuse you on our special education program?
It's true, I was refused. An old wounded soldier is useless to you, but he can still be dangerous.
We hunted a lot in these woods, but I didn't expect to become the prey. I have lived a grand life without any limits set by others. I will die a happy man, so you won't see me begging, you festering wretch.
Prepare to meet your maker.
George, lower your rifle, please, for Tom's sake.
Holmes! My, an almost worthy opponent.
Tom? My Tom? If you've endangered my lad in any way, you will pay dearly.
I assure you that Tom is safe in London with a well-trusted friend. And now it's time to end this.
By all means.
George, listen to me. If you're seeking an apt punishment and vengeance, killing Marsh will give him exactly what he wants. He would die knowing that he had fulfilled his life through his absolute control of it. But if you allow Marsh to live, he will suffer a far greater punishment. For his ball and chain will be the debilitating tuberculosis. Look, it's already dragging him painfully and slowly to his death. Then his wealth can and will be used to support the families affected by the Quartermain Club's malevolence.
You're mad! You're both mad!
Let's go and find Tom.
Not just yet. See, Lord Marsh, you will die here, although not by the gun. You'll die slowly.
Don't do this, George.
Detective, take a look here.
This is how you became sick, Lord Marsh. The beheading of your victims who were suffering from tuberculosis was what infected you. Poetic justice.
Holmes, you cannot fully understand why we helped so many and sacrificed a few. But don't let me die like this. Just kill me now.
Mr. Hurst, you've already served brutal justice to Lord Harrington and I hope Lord Collins and Dr. Fisher. Taking that into consideration, you may as well kill Lord Marsh and end the Quartermain Club completely. No loose ends. George, lower your rifle, please, for Tom's sake.
Holmes!
Tom?
I assure you that Tom is...
By all means.
George, listen to me. He would die, no... But if you allow Mark his ball and chain, it will drag him painfully...
You're mad!
Let's go and...
Not just yet.
Don't do this, George.
Detective, take a look here.
This is how you became sick, Lord Marsh. The beheading of your victims who were...
Holmes, you cannot fully understand why we helped so many and sacrificed a few. But don't let me die like this. Just kill me now.
Mr. Hurst, you've already served brutal justice to Lord Harrington and I hope Lord Collins and Dr. Fisher. Taking that into consideration, you may as well kill Lord Marsh and end the Quartermain Club completely. No loose ends. George, lower your rifle, please, for Tom's sake.
Holmes! My, an almost worthy opponent.
Tom? My Tom? If you've endangered my lad in any... Detective, take a look here.
This is how you...
Holmes, you cannot fully understand why we helped so many and sacrificed a few. But don't let me die like this. Just kill me now.
Mr. Hurst, you have already served brutal justice to Lord Harrington and I hope Lord Collins and Dr. Fisher. Taking that into consideration, you may as well kill Lord Marsh and end the Quartermain Club completely. No loose ends. Yes! Well done, Watson!
Holmes, you're playing bowls? Indoors?
Not just any old bowls, Watson. Lawn bowling.
Seriously? With your injury? Oh, no. Mrs. Hudson is going to murder you.
Well, that's it for now. Time to go. Would you care to join me?
You're incorrigible. And where are we going, Holmes?
I'm participating in the final stage of the annual tournament held by the London Archaeological Institute's bowling club. It's an official invitation. I'll just need to dress suitably and then we can leave.